It's day 5 of the Daily Post Challenge, and I hope you're having a good time because I'm having a good time. In today's video, we are having a conversation about your relationship with your desires. Do you believe that it's yours? Abraham Hicks sometimes talks about a wobble, which, to my understanding, for all intents and purposes of today's video, is when you're going back and forth, right? When you're a bit of an energetic seesaw when it comes to your goals. Some days it's yours, other days it's not working. Sometimes maybe you feel like it's yours or a part of you isn't so sure. It'd be really nice if you could get that thing. It'd be really cool if something like that happened. This is so great, but who knows if I'll get it? Who knows if I'll have it? God only knows, blah, 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 right? Wobbly energy. Wobbly energy creates wobbly results. That's when you get a little bit of the manifestation and then it disappears. You get some sales in your business, you stop getting sales in your business. You date a new guy and he ghosts you or he stops talking to you. You get a call back and you don't get the role. They call you in for an interview. They're offering you the job, then they pull out of the job offer. They reach out to you to pay you to become your client, then they decide that they don't want to be your client. Now, like we talked about in one of the other days, I don't remember which one it was, so go back and watch all of them, okay? We talked about that kind of accountability for your energy and how things can be very nuanced and how our physical reality is reflecting beliefs and things like that back to us. So you don't really need to treat this like a blanket statement and be like, oh, the reason why I didn't get sales was because I was wobbly in my energy. I've had an experience where I was getting sales and then the sales that I was getting stopped because I raised my prices and I didn't feel worthy of receiving that much, confident enough in my gifts to receive that much money. So my sales decreased. Wasn't necessarily because I was wobbly around getting sales, but I was wobbly around charging more money. Do you understand what I'm saying? So there's nuances to this. Today we're talking general for this little quick video. So when you have an energy and you're like, oh, this is mine and I'm sure. This is mine and this is who I am. This is mine and this belongs to me. That's a completely different energy. And just try that for a second. Just try that. Just think to yourself, this is mine. Whatever it is that you're desiring, whether it's the relationship, the new income, the clients that you want, the new car, the new job, the new house, whatever. This is mine. It belongs to me. This is mine. What comes up in your body, in your thoughts? What comes up for you when you tap into the energy of this is mine? For me, one of the things that would come up most often is kind of a feeling of like, kind of a feeling of like, I can't claim that. I know that it's something that I want, but is it really mine? I know that it's something that I'm working toward. I know that it's something that I'm trying to receive and achieve, but is it really mine? I don't really feel comfortable claiming it as mine, because what if I don't get it? Then I'm going to be disappointed. Then I'm going to feel like I don't actually have power over my life and all of these other negative consequences. So to avoid all of those stories that I'm telling myself, to avoid all of those negative feelings and emotions, I'd rather not claim it as mine. That's literally what has been alive within me. So when it would come to monthly goals, income goals, sales goals, I wasn't really 110% behind it, claiming this is mine because of what I just shared. What if I don't get it and I'm going to be disappointed? Blah, 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 blah. Those are things that you got to know how to work through. You got to know how to identify that you're afraid of disappointment. You got to have a relationship with yourself emotionally where you understand what's alive within you. You've got to be able to identify that what you're afraid of is disappointment, because the next person could be afraid of rejection. The next person could be afraid of embarrassment. The next person could be afraid that if they don't get it, it means they're powerless. That it goes on. There's a million different things that it could mean for you. How do you figure out what the hell it means for you? By knowing what's alive within yourself. So you've got to know what's alive within you. Okay, I'm afraid to claim this because I'm afraid of disappointment. And then you got to know how to work through that. You have to know how to get yourself to a place where you are confident that what you want is yours. Because, hold on, I have to cough. Okay. When you're showing up in an energy of what I want is mine. I know that it's mine. I'm confident that it's mine. I'm certain that it's mine. When you're in that energy, then every single thing that you do is embedded in that energy. When you know that the job that you want is yours, oh, that new job in that company, oh, that's mine. You can be general with your manifestations, or you can be specific with your manifestations. If you want to be working for XYZ company, you want this position and you want this salary, that's available to you. If you don't want to be too specific with it, you're like, I'd like a position here doing something really fun, then you can manifest in that way too. But this is the part where you have to know what's alive within you. Because sometimes resistance can feel a little bit tricky. Sometimes you're like, I don't really care. I could really have anything. It doesn't really matter if I work at this company. It doesn't really matter if I get this job or if I don't get this job, but that's not actually true. It's not actually true that it doesn't matter whether or not you get a job. It's not actually true that it doesn't matter whether or not the things that you desire come in. But there's a reason why you don't want to claim it. There's a reason why you don't want to be specific with it. And as long as you're ignoring that reason, pretending it doesn't exist, letting yourself act like you don't really give a fuck about your goals, whatever, acting like you're indifferent, you're not going to allow yourself to get the job that you want, because all of that shit that you're not looking at, that's your resistance. Those are the parts of you that are like, nope, we're not letting this happen. Sorry, don't feel safe to have that job. We're actually not capable of getting that job. If we got that job, we would probably 110% fuck it up. Those are the thoughts that are going on inside of you that you're not acknowledging. And as long as you're not acknowledging that, as long as that energy is still present, you're not a vibrational match to that job, or you're not a vibrational match to keeping that job. You're not a vibrational match for maintaining that job. You're not a vibrational match for going higher than the next job. You've got to know what's alive within you. And you've got to be willing to look at the shit. So when you know what's alive within you and you've shifted your shit, and it's not like a one and done thing. It's not like I did the journaling and now I am in alignment with my goals and that's it. You know what I mean? Resistance can come up. Who gives a shit? No big deal. It's not about a one and done situation. I handled all of my resistance forever and ever. It's about changing the way that you show up in your life. Having a relationship with yourself emotionally and mentally, where your way of being is checking in with what's alive within you. Your way of being is being aware of that resistance that's coming up and taking care of it. Moment to moment to moment to moment. And the more that you do this work, the easier it gets, the quicker you'll be able to shift. So when you've shifted, when you're in the energy of it's mine, It's mine and I'm certain. This is my dream and this is my vision and this is all coming to fruition. It is mine. When you're in that energy, every single thing that you do is saturated in that energy. So when you're in the energy of this job is mine, when you're filling out your application has the energy and the vibe of this job is mine. When you're in the vibration of this job is mine and you're working on your resume has the energy of this job is mine. When you're in your interview and you have the energy of this job is mine, listen, energy is not just about the things that you say. It doesn't matter what the fuck you say. Ignore the words coming out of your mouth, okay? You don't have to walk into the office or what the fuck ever and go, hi, nice to meet you. I'm such and such and this job is mine. You don't have to do that unless, that's the type of person that you are. Then like, fuck it, do what you please. But the point is that when you're in the energy of this job is mine, then when you're actually in that interview process and they're asking you questions, you're like, oh my God, I have the perfect answer to this question. I know exactly how to answer this. And oh, that reminds me of this and this and this that I worked on. And when I worked here and when I did this and this and this, I also focused on a little bit of this. And I remember an experience and blah, 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 blah. And ooh, how would I solve that problem? Oh my God, I love solving problems like this. So this is exactly what I would do. When you're in the energy of the job is mine, all of those other pieces come together beautifully. So what is your relationship with your goals? When you think about what you want, are you thinking, I'm so excited to have that? Are you thinking it's any day now? Are you thinking it's any second now? Are you thinking it is here now? Are you thinking I am on the other side? Are you thinking this is how I live? Are you thinking this is my destiny? I was made for this. I was made to create this. I was made to experience this. Is that what you're thinking? Or are you thinking, God, I don't know if it's going to show up. I don't know if this manifestation thing is going to fucking work. Here's my advice to you. I would go all in. I think Catherine Zankina is somebody who introduced this to me first. I would go all in. Assume that it's real. Assume that the content is real. Assume that manifestation is legitimate. Assume that you can't fail. Assume that you were born to win. Assume that it's all working out for you. And from that place, can you affirm and riff and script and visualize and meditate? And if you don't know how to do any of those things, or you want some really cool ways to do those things, I've got programs and meditations and all of that good shit to help you in the description. If you can do all of those things from the place of this shit's fucking working, this shit is mine, this shit gets to be easier, it's getting easier every single day. Every day I'm making progress, every day I'm growing and expanding. What I want is mine. I am on the other side. I was made for this. I was born for this, yada, yada, yada. If you can be in that energy and in that vibe when it comes to what you want and desire, then boom, it's yours. That's like perfect way to put yourself in the receptive mode. This is how to manifest anything 101. So your relationship with your goals and with your desires should be one where it's yours. It's yours. And when the thoughts come up in your mind that says, I can't have that, I can't afford that, I'm not qualified for that, blah, 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 blah. The little Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. Like, that should be your relationship with your resistance. I can't hear you. Except you can hear it because you actually do have to be aware of it and then you shift it. But once you've shifted it and you're establishing the new beliefs and that old shit is just old fucking momentum, then at that point, it's kind of like wah, 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 wah. Like, it's not, you're not saying anything that's true. You're not saying anything that's real. This is old news. This is fake news. And when you are at that place where all of that resistance is fake news, what I want is mine, what I want is my destiny, what I want is coming to me, what I want is already mine. I have received what I want and desire. I have received what I want and desire. I am on the other side. I am on the other side. I got everything that I wanted and that I desired. When you spend your time in that energy, when you spend your time in that energy, that is how you manifest what you want and what you desire. So the journal questions for you today is, am I fully claiming the manifestation of my desires? Am I fully claiming my desires? And I would also ask myself, what part of me is scared to go all in? What part of me is afraid to just fucking radically believe in this shit? What part of me is afraid to give myself fully into this process? What bad thing, next question, what bad thing might happen if I give myself fully to this process? All right, journal on those questions. That'll help you get some clarity. You want more help. You want to learn how to shift those limiting beliefs. You want to get better at identifying those stories. Well, I actually have a couple different offers that will help you. So first things first, identifying your emotions and identifying those limiting beliefs. Oh my God, yes, this is perfect for you. My 6 steps from stuck to self-aware bundle. If you do not have that bundle already, what are you doing, girly pop? Get that freaking bundle. It's super duper good, especially for what we've talked about today. It'll help you identify your feelings and it'll help you identify those limiting beliefs. You could take whatever those feelings or ideas of resistance are that are between you and fully claiming your goals. You could take that situation or that experience and you can plug it into the 6 questions. Just answer the 6 questions as it relates to you being afraid to fully own it. Boom, your limiting beliefs right fucking there. It's actually a little bit too good to be free. It's actually a little bit too good to be free. Okay, and then when it comes down to shifting, there's a couple different programs that can help you in a couple different ways. I've got my How to Receive program, which is like you find out that a part of you, Okay, so the How to Receive course is a self-love course, and it's really kind of talking about worth. Self-worth is how I believe that I deserve to be treated. So with the self-worth course, the How to Receive course, you're really learning how to allow yourself to receive more. Super duper good when it comes to the goals that you have and desire. Obviously, you want to receive more money than you've ever received before. Boom, that course will be perfect. If you're realizing that a part of you feels like you can't do this, part of you feels like you're not good enough, part of you feels like you're not capable, you've never done any shit like this before, you're really afraid of failure, you're really afraid of disappointment, then you're dealing with self-esteem. So for that, I would suggest my I Can and I Should self-esteem boosting miniature course. You can get both. You can enroll in both. And together, they're like fucking, like, I don't know, an iconic duo that comes together and is super powerful and impactful and will just completely fucking radically change your life, okay? So those are the 2 programs that I would highly, highly recommend. Go ahead and get that free bundle for all of those goddamn benefits. It's a really, really good bundle, y'all. Other than that, I've got meditations and other good stuff. You can find links and information in the description of this video. I love you so much. If you watched all the way through, first of all, I have to tell you who I am. I'm Natalie Hughes and I'm a life mindset, manifestation, and personal development coach. Yes, perfect. And if you watch this all the way through, please drop me like a cute pink heart in the comment section so that I can know that you watched it, know that you enjoyed it. If you want to give me your feedback, if you had any breakthroughs, if this is what you needed to hear today, if this inspired the fuck out of you, I would love to hear it. All right. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you tomorrow.